Now, how can we go? How do we go in here? I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Ben, g'day Ben, how you going? Yeah, you must be able to hear me, I think. I don't know. Hang on, what did I do then? That's good. Yeah. So anyhow, just a bit of a general chat. Today, I tried to contact 3 embassies to find out about travelling to their different countries. G'day, Joe. How you doing, mate? Yeah, so I'm trying to contact them. This because of COVID. Sorry, sir. G'day, Mark. How you doing, mate? Because of COVID, we're sorry, sir. We'll just get back to you, whenever. And so I was hoping to have a bit of half decent information, but that hasn't happened, which is a little bit, because I like to try and put out something a bit more than just crap, So I contacted them this morning, which was the Vietnamese, the Filipino, the Cambodians, and Laos. To no avail, no return phone calls. So that was, a bit daunting in one way, but it kind of tells me the answer to some of my questions, which were going to be: are you opening up? When do you expect to open up? What will your requirements and all that kind of be? So obviously, they're not planning on opening up, straight away for tourism. And as far as some of those answers, we're just going to have to get it off the people we know in those countries at the moment, because it's not easily come across. They've got sketchy bits and pieces of stuff, basically from a month ago, but Australia's not in in your top whiz bang type places as far as letting us in. They're throwing the doors open. But it's funny that the countries that seem to have posed the biggest risk have got a green light, and yet we haven't. Leo from Freo, g'day, mate. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a slap. No one answering phones, no one doing nothing. Yeah, I know, Mark. It is, and this channel, for years, has really been built around what you need for visas, what you need for all that kind of thing. I used to spend a lot of time into it, and I kind of neglected this channel for a long time. I kind of said, well, it's about time we put something up and started to do it, regularly, even just a chat in general. But I would have thought that the countries themselves would have had a bit more professionalism than just Sorry, sir, there is COVID, and we're only operating a couple of days a week. Please leave your name and number, and we'll contact you as soon as possible. Well, like I say, that was early this morning, and no return calls from no one. Yeah, so that kind of stuffed up 3 parts. 9/10 actually stuffed up all my bloody content for tonight. That was the grand plan, but anyhow. If life was simple, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, I looked at websites and things like that, Mark. I did that, looked at websites, and yeah, that wasn't all that helpful because a lot of the information was older information because they hadn't been really updated. Well, I can tell you that it's you got to have your QR code app thing, your Thailand app, Leo. And you know, you on that app, you've got to put in all your stuff. Yeah, well, that's it. Mark's, just done it, and Stubbsy is in the process of. But as you go through it, you've got to keep on going back into it and going over and over and over stuff to get the information into there that they want. Yeah. Well, I think Joe that at this stage, after a few years and vaccinations and that, COVID's going to be around, and it's just going to be a part of life. Vaccinations are the key, I suppose. That's something about it. That's a key. But we can't control everybody. We can only just go along with what we've got to do ourselves and what we feel is right for ourselves. And that's about it. But towards probably this time next year before I'll be travelling, because I did get an email from Thai Airlines saying that they'll be flying around just before Christmas. They'll be flying from Sydney, but as far as Melbourne, they won't be flying out of Melbourne until April next year at this stage. So that was just because I've flown with them a lot of times, but yeah, and prices at the moment. I had a bit of a look at some of the prices, and they were a little bit silly, considering that the last trip I wanted to do was multi-country and a bit of stuff like that. Even though that's a bit of a problem at times, but it was relatively cheap. But now just a simple flight is a bit more money. Excuse me. But it's something. Joe, you'll head back to Thailand as soon as no PCR, no mask, whenever that is. Look, I'm kind of with you, Joe. We've moved away from walk out the front door and put a mask on and all that kind of stuff here, but in shopping centres and I suppose if you got that congregation of people, it'd probably be wise to wear one for a little bit of protection that they offer, but in hot weather, it makes it a bit harder to breathe, and the air's a bit thinner, and all those kind of things. It's not a, to have the world walking around with their head in a bloody paper bag, you may as well say, is not really an answer. Simplicity, to bring back simplicity, that would be simple, but we've seen it. We've seen it. It's gone from a health thing to a dictatorship through politicians. Bangkok's the air quality in Bangkok, you can just about cut it with a knife. It's not real flash. But I don't mind bangers. I don't mind it, just to catch up with a few people and just see a few sights or whatever. But I prefer up country. There's some life's different. It is. It's completely different to Bangkok. A bit more laid back. A little bit more sabai would be the real word, But what are we coming up for here? We'll be up for our third jab very shortly. You can't wait to be handsome again, Joe. Oh, Joe, you handsome man. Yeah. The boost of the confidence. Yes. But it is, Thailand, Thais are pretty friendly people, and compared to some of the other countries, it's a relatively safe country, as long as you don't try and cross the road. But anyhow, I was always really surprised with it. Mark, you got celebrity status. Mark's got celebrity status, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, there is. Look, there's always something to do, and let's face it. If you're retired, what do you want to do? For a while, you just want to kick back. And like I say, you've got the house project now, Mark, so that'll keep you busy. Did you go through and mark out where all the PowerPoints were and check their board and make sure that was all right, Mark? I bet you bloody well did. Did you tag it out? Non-compliance. Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be far away. Mate. Yeah. And I don't blame you. Yes, it's well, like I say, having your own place and all the rest of it, you can say, right, I'm going to put the carport there, and I'm going to put that there, and design your outside life, because you spend a good amount of time outside. If you only had minor issues, like I say, you've got that redoing it into a Western kitchen, but really you've still got to have the Thai kitchen outside because they can stink up a place pretty quick with some of the Thai cooking, I tell you. Some of the Thai food's very, very nice. Some of it is shit, but anyhow, I'd say that about ours, with our cuisine as well. How did you go with paint colours and stuff like that, Mark? Did you hand that over to the little lady and the tiles and all that? Did you just say you worry about that? Because that can be a contentious issue also. That's for sure. Especially when you see some of the colour schemes that they kind of seem to have in their minds. Yeah, the pinks, the purples, and the green, but that doesn't seem to go together in one palette, in my thinking. Yeah, and some of the tile, yeah. Well, if they got the patterns, bright pink and bright blue, yeah. What that doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. Yes, I know Nitz's auntie's house. It's very easy to see. It's got the lime green colour, the blue, the pink, pinky purpley type. Yeah, looks like a bloody traffic light just waiting to change. Yeah, neutral colours is always a go. Basic white, except for the floor. But I thought I saw. I had a bit of trouble starting up the stream tonight because of other crap, and stuff wasn't talking to other stuff. It was a bit daunting. So we're not using StreamYards tonight, by the way. I haven't used the YouTube studio for years. So that's what we're using tonight, just for the hell of it. And it's somewhat interesting. But I think I've kind of got two streams going at once, or some bloody thing. I don't really know. But it's just one of those things that happen. A couple of things I've got to sort out, especially Zoom. I've got to get back into doing this a bit more, even just for a bit of a chat. Yeah. Actually, we have got two streams going, apparently. I'm just looking at stuff. I've got one stream. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It'll work out. It'll come out in the wash. The shipping aid for what's on its way. Well, put it this way: once the authorities get their couple of bob, that they'll throw it on the bloody truck, and I mean throw it, and come on down. If you can put it somewhere in the new house, that means you don't have to move it again. Yeah. Well, I suppose you've got two problems there, Mark. You don't want to go moving it again. And you want a bit of security on it too. So you're between a rock and a hard place. But it's a good place to be. At least you have, at least your stuff got there without too many dramas, and you, yeah. So you're gonna have to stack it somewhere, and we'll get the movers to pick it up again and move it all. But well, at least it's there. Yeah, at least it's there, mate. Because the idea of putting it in the house, that's fine. That's a great idea, or the other house, But the thing is, stuff also has the stuff goes missing. It goes walkabout. You don't want that. So the double handling might be the better option anyhow. Let's be honest. You need the exercise. Oh dear. Where's Stubbsy tonight? I thought Stubbsy might have been around. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna thank everybody for coming along. Thanks, Mark, Leo, Joe, Ben. Like I say, I've got a few things to sort out before I do the next stream, which will be, we might stick to a regular thing around the same time each Monday night, go back to what we were doing to a certain extent. But I've got a couple of things on the tech side to work out. I know how to work it out, but to try and do it in a couple of minutes wasn't working for me. But yeah, thanks for coming along, and thanks for your patience. And I'll see you next week. Johnny out.